Hey, it's Serena, and here I am again today. And I just wanted to come to you and talk to you a little bit about some of my journey. Um, okay, so I've been a mental health therapist for some time. I didn't start school to be a mental health therapist until the end of my 20-year marriage, which ended in divorce in 1991. And so I worked a couple jobs and went to school, and I started out in early childhood development, and then I decided I really needed to go into doing counseling for people with alcohol and drug issues. And then I said I really didn't want to do that, but I really did want to do counseling. I really love doing counseling, and I really wanted to focus on people with mental health issues and behavioral health issues. And so in the meantime, I worked at different county and state departments for mental health and also drug abuse issues, and went to school. And it took me quite a while. I finally got my bachelor's degree, and by that time I'd worked my way up in administration at the state department of mental health. And at one point, then I fell in love, and some man fell in love with me, and we decided to get married. And he made a good amount of money, and so he said, just leave your state job and go back and get your master's so you can actually do counseling, because with a bachelor in social work you can't really do much of anything, and you can't make much more than $12 an hour, and I was making a lot more than that in my administrative job with the state, and I had great benefits. So all right, so I told him, I remember at that time I said, well, I can't leave my job. I have 9 years in, and if I have 10, I'll be set for retirement. And he said, well, you don't have to worry about retirement. I make great money, and I'm already retired from one state department, and now I'm working for another state department. And if anything happens to me, you'll be fine. And I said, yeah, but I mean, what if something happens to the marriage? And it's not like you just die or something. And he said, well, you don't have to worry about that either. I'm going to be here till I die. Well, as it turned out, he wasn't. He had other things in mind with other person. So that ended, and in the meantime, I had gone back for my master's, and I did it quickly in a year. It was like ripping off a big Band-Aid. It was kind of painful, but I was glad I got it over with. And I love learning. I mean, I could stay in school forever, which I probably could go back and get my PhD, and then I wouldn't have to pay off my school loans. Because by the time I finished, I'd probably be dead. But anyhow, another story. So that is the thing. He, did go. I didn't really get anything monetary from that money. In fact, he left me with some of his debt that I could definitely not afford. When I finished with my master's degree, in the state I lived in, the starting salary for social workers with a master's degree was $18 an hour, and I was making like triple that when I left the state. And I didn't have any benefits or real retirement. So there I was. There I was. And I love my work. I've always loved my work, and my clients have been my greatest teachers. But I've never made enough money to do more than just barely get by. And now I'm at retirement age. Actually, I'm past retirement age. But anyhow, I owned my own counseling practices. One, I was fairly, medium sized with 4 therapists. And when you have 4 therapists and you have your own counseling practice, you have to have your front desk person, you have to have a billing people, you have to hire collection agents, and what else? I mean, you got to pay overhead, and I had to see 8 or 9 clients for counseling a day, 6 days a week, and do the administrative oversight to make sure everybody was doing what they needed to do, and do the clinical oversight to make sure everybody was clinically on target. And so I worked, I don't even know how many hours. I think I was working about 70, 80 hours a week, and I crashed. So I had to take a couple years off. I'm just telling you the whole story. I just had to take a couple years off and do nothing, take care of my physical health. I had to have a major spine surgery, like they had to, bring me back a couple times. And I had this humongous infection after the surgery. They had to rush me back, open me back up, and I mean, it was just quite a. So those years I had off were less than stress free. That's for sure. But I was making no money. So there I am now. Like I said, I'm past retirement age, and in between, I thought I'll try and do some online business. I'll try and do some affiliate marketing. People said that was a good idea, and I tried to do that on my own, quite unsuccessfully. I mean, I think I racked up the total of maybe $2.40 total during the time, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure that out on my own. And I went back in to counseling, and I do love I love counseling, and my clients have been my greatest teachers. Really, truly, they have. I have stories. I have books in the making, based on what I've learned from my clients. I mean, it's such an honor that people trust me, and then to be present in the space when they make a huge shift and turn their life around, turn their thinking around. Okay, I digress. So why I'm telling you all this is because I had no retirement. I used my little bit of state, my 9 years of money that the state matched for me. I bought my little condo here in sunny Florida, which I love, and it's paid for, but I barely have any Social Security. I was a stay-at-home mom for 20 years, and then I worked for the state, and then I owned my own businesses. So I just had no money extra ever to put into any kind of retirement plan. So what do you do when you're past retirement age and you have no retirement money? You keep working. So as much as I love to do the counseling work I do, and I probably will always do a little bit of that until I can't, I still need to have a plan for money to take me through the rest of my life. And so I just sat still and I said, I need help. I said to the universe, I need help. I need your help. I don't know what I'll do. I have no partner. I have no money to take me through the rest of my life. And I might live another day. I might live another 25 years or more. Who knows? So I asked the universe in desperation, help me. I need to find a way. I need to find a way that I can utilize the experience and the knowledge I've gained through my life and the spiritual principles and just everything I've learned, the creativity that I've engaged in and learned from, and I need to take all of who I am and be able to figure out a way to earn not just a little income that gets me by, but an overflowing and abundant income that could help me actually, overflow to other people. This is because that's been the whole purpose of my life, is to be available and to be of service for others. But it's hard to be of service to others when you're barely making enough money to cover your own basic needs. So there I was. I asked. And a few days later, this opportunity popped up. And it takes some focus, it takes some time, and it takes your intention, and it takes intentional action. But when you do that, you can be successful. And now I'm starting to have money coming in, and money that I'm going to just put aside and keep for the rest of my life until I start earning a lot more, which I know that I can, because this is an educational system. This is an educational system that I'm offering you that is step by step. It's learning from the best of the best out there that is doing this sort of digital marketing. And I tell you, it's almost impossible to do it on your own. And the community of support that you have through this opportunity is immense. It's just, I never had this kind of support when I went through college, I'll tell you that. This is a lot more support than I ever had going through college. And you don't have to do what they do. You can do anything you dream of. You can do anything you dream of. Whatever it is that is your heart's desire, what is your passion, you can put it online. And now there's a lot of online businesses going on right now because of what we've all gone through on this entire planet. And then, you know, especially here like in Florida with its the tourist business is the main business, and people were completely out of their jobs, which then affected my clientele because people lost their insurance and lost their paychecks, so they couldn't come for counseling. So, you know, everything helped, you know, create something for somebody else. And just think, when you create the thing that is your passion, and you can do it in part-time hours and from any place in the world that you want to do it, wouldn't that be just amazing? Now, personally, I love living here, and so I'll probably keep living here. Now, I wouldn't mind living a little closer to the beach. I'm 15 minutes. I wouldn't mind being 5 minutes, and that's my next goal. But I wouldn't mind having a place up north just for a few months out of the year either, someplace in the woods, and a little cabin would be nice, you know, where I could write my books. And that's my goal. I see those things happening. And right now I'm building. I'll be honest with you, I'm building. And but I'm available because I've already learned a lot. But not only am I available, the founders of this company are available to you. And the many people who've been so successful and making more than 6 figures now, making 7 figures and more even. So if they can do it, you can do it. And they didn't have any training before this, but they learned and they created the most amazing training that is so easy to follow, and especially with the support you have from the community of people doing the same thing that you're doing. All right, I think I've talked a lot and long enough, so I hope that you will just check this out when you go to my website at serenahemmer.net, SERENA Hemmer, HEMMER.net, NET. And click on any one of those 3 buttons to get free online workshop training. Free. Just click there. You'll get all the information you need. There's nothing hidden. There's no obligation. And you can unsubscribe at any time. But enjoy the journey. Enjoy being in charge of your own financial future, and enjoy being your creative self. And whether that's, you know, business, if it's science, if it's art, whatever it is. Or, you know, you can also just be an affiliate marketer, or both. You know, affiliate marketing means that you help other people sell their products without you ever having to lick a stamp or address an envelope to send anything out. You just help them and they pay you to do that. So there's lots of ways for you to be creative and to turn your passion into profit online. But first of all, you got to learn, and this is really what it is an educational program for you to do that. So again, I hope you click at serenahemmer.net and just watch those free training videos that you'll receive, and make an informed decision. Okay? All right. You're worthy of having it all. And so am I. Bye-bye. This is Serena.